All right.
Good morning, Earl.
Good morning, good afternoon. Would you acknowledge yourself for showing up today? To acknowledge all these other juicy people. Would you give it to each other?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a little, I'm going to do a Course in Miracles workbook lesson to start out. And the lesson is called Above All Else I Want to See. Above all else I want to see. Now you know the only rules for my class is that you need not believe the ideas, you need not accept the ideas, you need not even welcome the ideas. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of the ideas you may find hard to believe. Some of the ideas you're going to find startling. You are not being asked to analyze the ideas to death at all. You're not being asked to judge the ideas at all. It's the use of the ideas. The use of the ideas that will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. Got that? You don't have to believe it, especially today, because today I'm going to be talking about letting go of the past, and I'm going to also be talking about time. Yay. And new means different. So when someone's going to share something with you that's new, it means they're going to share something with you that's different. Different than what you may already believe. Okay? So be glad. Because that means you're having some new ideas introduced, and your ideas create your reality. Yep. Your ideas create your reality. New ideas create a new reality. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want. Now let me tell you. This idea, above all else I want to see, expresses something stronger than mere determination. Saying above all else I want to see gives vision priority among your desires. It gives vision priority among your desires. That means above all else I want to see love. Above all else I want to see love. Above all else I want to see joy. Above all else I want to see joy. Above all else I want to see wealth. Above all else I want to see wealth. Above all else I want to see health. Above all else I want to see health. So do you know learning how to see differently, it doesn't cost you anything, but it'll give you a blessing beyond your wildest dreams, because the way you feel right now is coming from the way you see things. So you want to tell yourself as often as possible today, woo! Above all else I want to see. 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 Vision can only bless you. Being able to see past what you think that's happening, that's upsetting you, can only help you. Looking at things with a new interpretation of it can only help you. So how often will you remember to tell yourself today that you want to see clearly, correctly, above all things? You want to see in a peaceful, loving way above all things. How often will you remember to tell yourself that today? How much do you want it to be true? You will tell yourself as often as you really want it to be true. That you want to see past the fear. I want to see past the lack. I want to see past the anger. I want to see past any depression. I want to see past any unhappiness. I want to see past any limitation. I want to see past any blocks. I want to see past any obstacles to my peace and my love. Above all else, I want to see. 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 Above all else, I want to seek. Gotta make new memories in my body. Gotta make the body as well. My memories are stored. So I got to put some juice out there so I have some. People be wanting juice and don't ever give no juice. So today I'm going to continue with the lesson, The Little Hindrance. And the purpose of it is to get past anything from your past that you're having a hard time letting go of. So I'll start out with an affirmation that I'll be asking you to use throughout the class every now and then. It's called Kiss My Past. Okay, together, kiss my past. You want to bless it. You want to look at it with love. I say it one more time. Kiss my past. And then when you're ready to take it to the next level, you go, kiss my juicy past. Kiss my juicy past. Kiss my juicy past. All right, doesn't that feel good? Mm-hmm. So next time you tell somebody, you kiss my past. Kiss my past. Love my past. Okay, would you like to release your past? Some parts of it. Okay, well all you have to do is tell yourself the truth about your past, which is that everything that happened to you in your past was for your own best interest, and that it has helped you. Amen. So if you want to stop analyzing your past as if your past somehow harmed you, then you must look at your past as something that benefited you. And if it's something that benefited you, there's no need to try to fix it. See how simple that is?
That's great.
Do you necessarily believe that? No, but that doesn't make it any less true. Your belief does not determine what is true. What is true can be independent of what you believe. I'm counting on it.
Hey Raj, what page?
It's going to be on page, it's going to be on page 550. And I'm going to be, we've covered a little of it, so I'm going to be at the paragraph 2. And I'm start out by giving you the only thing you need to know if you want to accomplish something easily. Would you like to accomplish something easily?
Yes.
Okay, no matter what it is.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want something to be easy to accomplish, then the first thing you have to do is you do it with a certain purpose. So you have to be certain that this is your purpose. I'm certain that this is my purpose. And then the next thing you have to do is you do it with high resolve. I'm certain of my purpose, and I have high resolve about doing it. And then you will, if you have high resolve and certain purpose, you immediately move into happy confidence. Not regular confidence, but happy confidence. I'm confident and I'm happy. Why? Because I have high resolve. Why? Because I'm certain of what my freaking purpose is.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you don't try to do it alone. You don't try to do it alone. You join with someone or some mind on your purpose and your goal. So if you want to be happy, then I join you on that purpose of you being happy. I want to join that purpose with you. I want you to be happy too. So now we're joined in purpose. Decisions made in isolation don't have power. Decisions that you make without connection and joining to source and each other doesn't have any real power. That's why people constantly make decisions about what they want to do and nothing happens, because they're trying to do it autonomously. I'm going to do this. I've made this decision and now I'm going to do it. Okay, that's no power. Me making a decision and then joining with all of you on that decision is a decision that has some power to it. So that's why I'm joining with you saying, you want to be happy? I want you to be happy too. You want peace? I want you to have peace too. You want love? I want you to have love too. I'm counting on it. Because happy people don't mug people. Happy people don't attack people. Happy people don't hold grievances. Happy people are generous. When you're feeling good and everything's going great for you, you tend not to be a hell raiser. It's the unhappy, miserable people that's the problem. And that misery is a reflection of the misery in myself. That's where it's coming from to begin with. So I want to join with you. So I'm not going to try to do it alone. And then the last step is, if I'm not going to do it alone and I'm going to have happy confidence and high resolve, not the resolve to get high, but high resolve.
Just in case there was any confusion.
Just in case there was any confusion. Obviously, the way we voted, we have the resolve to get high in Colorado. I'm a true patriot now. Oh, by the way, I do what I want to do. I would advise you to do the same. Do what you love, do what turns you on, do what makes you feel innocent. But if you feel guilty, don't do it.
That's right.
Because if you feel guilty, you're going to punish yourself for it. If you feel guilty, you're going to follow up that pleasure with some pain. You're going to pay for it by pain. So it's not that what you may be wanting to do is bad. You think it is. So you'll punish yourself for doing it. So pay attention to how you feel before you do something, especially before you do something with your body. All right? Okay? Everybody think got a body? All right, I want to make sure, except for a couple of people. I see a couple of people that don't have bodies. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they're from here, they're just not in the body right now. Sort of like the way I'll be 30 years from now. That's right. I'll be omniscient. I'll be everywhere.
Yes.
That's right. So, but I won't be peeping at you in the shower. Well, maybe. No.
Maybe. You better be.
Thank you, Doc. Correct answer. You get a star. I love people with senses of humor. I count on it. So, follow the truth to accomplish it. First, I'm certain of my purpose. Then I have high resolve. Then I have happy confidence. I don't try to do it by myself. And I follow the teachings of the truth to accomplish it. Not the teachings of the world, the teachings of the truth. Okay? The teachings of the world are based on one thought, and so it's not complicated to remember. In the world, it's always somebody else's fault. That's the teaching of the world. It's always somebody else or something outside of the person that's got them unhappy. Okay? That's the world's thinking, and the world supports that thinking. People who you'd be amazed at how you would try to take responsibility for your experience, and people who don't know would try to convince you that you didn't have anything to do with it. They'll say, no, that had nothing to do with you. That was them. See, that's not the truth. That's not following the truth. So then, now how can you tell when you're not following the truth? The court says, well, it's hard. It's a hard experience to wander off alone and miserable down a road that leads to nothing and away from the truth. And any road that leads to nothing is a road that has no purpose, and not having a purpose will lead you nowhere. So a person with no purpose is a person who frequently says this to themselves: this just seemed to happen to me out of the blue.
Right.
So if you're a person that's always having things just happen to you that you weren't expecting, then you must become clearer about what your purpose is. Because if you have a purpose, then you know what's going to happen to you. It's going to be the fulfillment of that purpose. You may not know exactly how it's going to manifest, but that's the fun part. It's like if I know I'm going to have a good time with you, then I love finding out how that's going to happen. You know, as long as I'm sure of how it's going to turn out, which is I'm experiencing some joy and some peace and some good energy. Now, how we go about that, give me that surprise. Right? But I have to be clear, or I will just be one of these people that things are just happening to me because I have no idea what should happen. Okay? So what I'm doing is giving this in plain language. Now, I'm about to say something that's going to be probably not make any sense whatsoever because it's a new idea that I'm introducing, like I said earlier. So don't try to understand it, okay? Don't try to understand it. How many of you all are pretty successful in not understanding me? But you come anyway. Yeah. Like people say, come, you ought to go to this class, and then they say, well, what did he talk about? I don't know, you just need to go. I can't tell you a damn thing he said, but you need to go to that class. You know, exactly, because you know you got something, you don't know what. But you know you got something. So I'm going to try to go really psychic, deep, metaphysical on me right now. To get your metaphysics on.
We're ready.
Okay. To you who still believe you live in time, 2013.
Yes. Right.
You don't know that time is gone. And that the Holy Spirit, which is your higher power, is still guiding you through the infinitely small and senseless maze you still perceive in time. Though this senseless maze of time that you're in, has long since gone. You think you live in what is past. Breathe.
Right.
What does that mean? It means each thing that you look upon is really something you saw an instant, long ago, before its unreality gave way to truth. In other words, not one false idea, not one illusion, not one fear that you have, not one problem that you think you have still remains unanswered in your mind. There's not one problem you think you have that hasn't already been answered.
Wow.
I'm good to go.
Okay, breathe. Your uncertainty, your doubt was brought to certainty so long ago that it's hard indeed for you to keep holding your doubt in your heart and to your heart, as if your doubt were before you still. So what does that say? What does that say? That the Creator gave you an inner teacher to replace the inner teacher that you made up, that we call the ego.
Yeah.
That's your own little personal separate thinking.
Yeah.
Remember, we're only talking about love and fear. We're only talking about the loving mind, or we're talking about the fearful mind. So you might not be aware of it, but time lasted just an instant in your mind, and really, time doesn't have any effect on what's real. If I really love you, time doesn't have any effect on that. 30 years later, I still love you.
Right.
30 months later, I still love you. If it's real, time doesn't have any effect on it at all.
Right.
So the Course is saying to us, you may not realize it, but time is over, and everything is exactly the way it was before fear happened to you, before separation happened to you. You just experienced a tiny tick of time in which you made a mistake of believing that you were separate from love, believing that you're separate from God. And in that one instant that you thought you were separate, the love that created you totally healed that thought of separation. And so all your problems are gone but you just don't realize it. Would you say, all my problems are gone, but I just don't realize it? Is it true you just don't realize it? Is that absolutely true that in some areas you just don't realize it? So then I told the truth. You don't realize it. So if I tell you all your problems are gone, and you say, well, I don't think all my problems are gone, but I told you don't realize it. And that's what don't realize it means, that you don't realize it. So if you argue with me, you're just proving that I'm right. You don't realize it. You got the love in your life, but you just don't realize it. Everything you could ever want in your heart is available to you, but you just don't realize it. You're juicy and cute, but you just don't realize it. What you want wants you. 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 What I want wants me. What I want wants me. See, when I didn't love myself, what I want didn't want me.
Right.
What I want didn't want me. Who I wanted didn't want me. That was the requirement for me to want them.
Right.
They had to not want me for me to want them.
Right.
Because anybody who wanted me, I didn't want them.
Yeah.
That's how I kept myself alone. That's the formula to aloneness. Want what doesn't want you and don't want what does. You'll be by yourself. So remember that if you want to be alone. Don't forget the rules of aloneness if you want to be by yourself. But you're already practicing them anyway. That's why you by yourself. Okay. Now the truth is you never are alone. Even when you think you're alone, you're not alone.
Right.
But that's frightening. If you don't know spiritual truth. You know, you're not ready for a disembodied spirit to say, when you're sitting down there watching HBO, to go, what's going to happen next? You know, you're not ready for that. So higher invisible beings who are no longer in their body, just like we are no longer going to be in our body, they don't make their presence known as long as it would scare you.
Right.
So what they do is, higher invisible beings give you their thoughts and their ideas. And then you go, I just had this brilliant idea. And you don't realize there was another part of you outside the body that's really advanced that was shooting the idea to you.
Yeah.
And if you would have worked with that idea, it would lead you to everything you wanted in your heart. But since you didn't think it up, there's a tendency not to use it. Because I want to use the ideas and solutions I made up. I don't want answers that I didn't make up. You know, so be open to ideas that you did not think of.
Cool.
Be open to answers that you didn't think of. And remember, you all, you don't have to believe anything I'm saying. It's okay. So I never debate my ideas. Because you don't have to believe them, so there's no reason to try to prove it to you. Because plus it just slows stuff down. And we don't go forward. Yes. Did you have any other?
Just filled with it, man. I just feel it. It feels good. I love it. I want to express it. And thank you for being here and embodying the Lord and speaking the truth.
Jesus Christ. Do it miracle style. Okay, let's go on, class. Woo! So you can imagine what happens if the whole class says something like that. That's right. Spontaneous combusting loose. Because joy, it creates. And joy always creates more joy. But it has to start with me. So I just created more joy for myself because I didn't wait for anybody else to give it to me. But it didn't happen alone because my brother, along with you, consciously witnessed back to me the truth about myself. That's what we're supposed to do. That was a demonstration of the way we're supposed to be about each other. It's not complex. It's very simple. But there's nothing harder to recognize than the simple truth. We love complexity. Can't be that simple. Couldn't be as simple as telling the person you're in a relationship with, I appreciate you. I value you. You're beautiful. I really appreciate whatever you do for me. Thank you very, very much. That's incredible that you're this kind to me. I really want that for you too. Is there any way I can support you? How can I help you? I got some stuff coming up right now. I really, really don't want to be separate from you. What can we do to get past this separation right now? Because I really don't want to be upset, but I'm making myself upset. But it's happening because of something I'm telling myself. It's something I'm giving meaning to. I don't want to kill you, but I might. But you're an unlimited spiritual being. You don't really die, you'll be back. Hopefully in a different time period that I'm existing in. I'm gonna come back in the 1900s. You skip that century, okay? You skip the 1800s. All right. Even to the day when I go to a restaurant, I don't sit with my back to the door. That's my one rule, you know. I remember what happened to me in the Wild Wild West. Okay. This was a joke we forgot to laugh at.
Right.
We took it so seriously that we produced what we think of as painful situations for ourselves because we're forgetting to laugh. So, separation from love only happens in your mind, which thinks it did, but love and freedom surround you, and love and freedom is available to you when? Right now. So really, I'm acting like I'm doubting, but the truth is, it's hard to keep acting like I don't know what I know. I have to work harder than ever to act like I don't know what I know now. All of you do. You all know. But you have to act like you don't know. And that gets tougher. As a matter of fact, the strain that you're going through is the strain of denying the love that you know is there. See, what people don't understand is the strain that you're feeling is that the love in you wants to join, it wants to connect, it wants to come out, but you're afraid of love. So you're under strain because love is trying to bust out you. Push it down, push it down. Push it down, push it down, push it down. Then all of a sudden you see that person's butt. And all the love you've been holding back, come out. And you thought it was going to be a poem.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. This time I try something new. You're right, it's not new. Oh, I keep acting like I'm safe. I don't realize I'm not yet. That's right, that's right. So, any questions about what I've said before I go to the next thing that I'm going to say after what I've said?
Just let the word out. Just let the word out.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. So what would be the thing you want to remember from what we've heard so far? I've already been saved. My problems have already been solved. I just don't realize it. So what I need to do is learn how to let go of the blocks to the realization that it's already been answered so that I can hear my guidance. So how do I do that? I need to have a certain purpose. A certain purpose of what? Well, my certain purpose is I really want to experience perfect happiness and perfect joy and love in my life. And I've got high resolve to experience that. Yes. And I'm confident I'm going to do it because I'm not by myself and I have the truth to follow. Yes. So it's going to happen pretty rapidly for me, and I'm still acting like I have some doubt, so that's okay for doubt to go and come again. That's normal while I'm trying to let go of all my blocks. Because if I had already let go of all my blocks, there wouldn't be any need to learn.
Right.
So I'm going to be gentle with myself simply because I've done the most important thing I could do, which was for me to decide on the direction I want to go in. Deciding in the direction I want to go in is the only thing the universe is requiring of us, is to decide you really and truly want to know the joy and the truth that you are. The rest of it will be given to you. The rest of it will be taken care of.
Right.
How is none of your business. But when and what is. You know, it's my business to choose for peace for myself. How it's going to happen is none of my business. And if I have obstacles coming up, when I focus in on my purpose or goal, and a lot of obstacles seem like they're coming up, the reason why the obstacles are coming up is I have become afraid of my purpose. The thing I'm asking for, like I say, I want a relationship, and then all the obstacles start to come up. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a serial killer and, you know, stuff like that. It's because I have become afraid of having a relationship. So the goal that I'm asking for is frightening me, and so obstacles come up to delay me from having it because I'm afraid to have it. So when you have a lot of obstacles coming up, when you have a goal, rather than focusing your attention on how to get rid of the obstacle by focusing on the obstacle, work on becoming more certain of your purpose. Go back and ask yourself, why am I doing this? What do I want it for? And when you ask yourself, why do I want a relationship, for instance, what the relationship is for, I said, oh, because I want to experience the opportunity to learn to love more. Oh, I want to have a collaborative venture with somebody for my peace and their peace too. Oh, okay. Now, that sounds cool. All right, I'm willing to let that happen, and you will find that the obstacle will begin to disappear. Even if it just disappears in your mind as being seen as an obstacle. So even if it looks like it's physically there, you don't see it anymore as an obstacle because you're going to do whatever it takes to have it. So you're not going to let the obstacle stop you because you're certain you want what's beyond the obstacle. And what's beyond the obstacle will pull you past the obstacle. So the attraction of the thing that you want beyond the obstacle, the Course in Miracles says, will pull you past the obstacle. And if you can be stopped, and you know it's a holy purpose, which means it's about peace and about love and it's about joy, then just instead of arguing with that, just go, oh, I become afraid of what I'm asking for. So I need to get certain again about why I'm asking for it and what would be the benefits of having it and why I'm trying to do this. And if you do that, you will find yourself being able to go past the block that you thought was there. Very practical instruction. So if you come up with a lot of, like, let's say, yes, buts. Okay, well, your yes, but is a reflection of your fear of having it. That's just an example of what I'm saying. You know, like what I just gave was very simple instructions that anybody can do. So, okay, I'm confused. I'm confused because you just told me how I could have what I want that I'm afraid to get. So now I've got to say I'm confused. Because the confusion becomes an obstacle that keeps me from going forward. So many people decide on confusion and conflict as a solution. So I decided that the way I'm going to deal with this situation that I'm going through right now is I'm just going to be confused. And then confusion actually becomes a decision or an answer rather than going, I'm confused, that means that I have not made up my mind. Confusion means I'm in conflict because I haven't made up my mind. I'm still trying to choose between two or more different things. That's why I'm in conflict. So if you are sure of what you want, you cannot doubt. If you're certain about what you want, you cannot doubt. So doubt is coming from me not being certain about what I want. That's all. So how do I get rid of my doubt? I get clear again as to why I'm trying to do this, and become sure again that it's for my own best interest to do this. How do I know if I feel like it's in total alignment with my inner self? If it's in alignment with my inner self, there will be no fear.
Right.
If I'm in total alignment with myself,
Right.
then I feel peace about the choice that I've made. Other people might not.
Right.
I do.
Yeah.
All right? And if it's not the right choice for me, I'm going to find out anyway, and I got tools for how to deal with that.
Right.
So I'm not going to be afraid to try because I might fail, because I've also learned how to deal with what appears to be failure. Which is for me to recognize, what was it that I learned through that? What did I come to realize through that? And what is it I'm not going to do again because of what I just went through? So the mistake is not, see, many people don't let themselves have things because they don't want to make a mistake.
Right.
Instead of going, the mistake itself could be part of the achievement of my goal. So therefore, I'm not even in conflict about my mistakes.
Right.
You know, I had a friend when I was in high school, they got a lot more dates than me because he didn't mind asking her out. No, get out of my face. Asking her out. No, I don't want to go out with you. Asking her out. No, I don't want to go with you. No, I don't. No. Yeah, I'll go out with you. I was so bashful and shy and didn't want to be rejected, so I wouldn't even approach any woman, any girl, unless I was absolutely sure she was into me first.
Yeah.
So I was gonna cut way down on the possibility. You know, if she's grabbing me, kissing me, I go, okay, I think I can kiss her now. I don't think I'll be rejected. But if I had been willing to fail,
Right.
Yeah.
if I had been willing for them to say no, I would have had a lot more dates in high school.
Right.
So it's not saying it isn't cool the way I did it in terms of not going through rejection, but it definitely cut down on the experiences that I could have had. And so that's true of every area of your life. That if you're willing to make the mistakes that make you aware of what to do not to go through that again, then you could go ahead and go after what it is you want and look at it like, this is something really cool. I think I'm going to give this a shot. And if it doesn't work out, well, I gave it a really good shot. And what is it I need to learn, Holy Spirit? What is it I need to see differently? What is it I need to do differently the next time? And don't beat yourself up, because Spirit needs a happy learner. And a happy learner is someone who doesn't beat themselves up about learning and some of the things that happen that's not so cool when you're trying to learn. So perfectionists, you will not have a lot of adventures.
Yeah.
Those of you who want to be absolutely sure about everything before you do it, you won't have a lot of stories at the end of your life.
Earl,
Wow.
my experience,
Yeah,
and I don't know if
absolutely.
it helps anyone else, my ego was telling me I didn't deserve it.
Of course.
I didn't deserve
Of course.
true happiness.
And then you
That-
attract the people that witness back to you
Thank
that you
you.
don't.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that.
Yeah, you don't deserve
You don't deserve it.
like some kind of guilt and shame that
That's
got
right.
thrown in there, and
That's right.
now I'm like, that's not even true. That's not
That's
the
right.
truth.
That's not true.
No.
You deserve it.
Yeah, I do.
I'll tell you right now, you deserve it.
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna pass the contact list. If you signed it, that's okay. But got a lot of stuff coming up, so I'm gonna let you want to be able to contact you about it. Please print. Please print. Please print. My hieroglyphics are not as good as it used to be.
Earl, I call that
Yes.
affirming in the rain. So I didn't have a job, but I just kept saying, I'm, the daughter of the Most High.
That's right.
And you know what? I got a job.
There you go. That's right. That's right. And then if you apply for that job and you didn't get that job, you'd be going, I'm the son of the Most High. And that was so good I didn't get that job.
That's
That wasn't the job that I was supposed to get.
That's right.
That's the way, and that's the way you want to look at it. You want to look at it that the ones you've given it up and the ones you've surrendered it to your higher power, that doesn't mean it's going to necessarily turn out the way you thought it should turn out.
Right.
But it does mean it's going to turn out in the way that's best for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So whenever I ask for anything, I don't care what it is, right behind it, I always go, decide for me, Holy Spirit.
Right.
You know, and then the Holy Spirit's been deciding, and most of the stuff I've been asking for haven't been happening.
Right.
Because I was choosing a lot of stuff that wasn't good for me.
Right.
So I had to go, oh, okay, that wasn't cool either. Oh, and that wasn't, and they weren't either. Oh, that wasn't, okay, that wasn't supposed to do that either. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do? Tell me. Study the truth, learn how to forgive, get back in contact with me, let go of your guilt, know that you're abundant, join, connect, be sane, be loving, have fun, believe that I'm everywhere. Love can meet you everywhere. It doesn't have to come through any particular person. It can come through any person.
Yes.
You're looking at it wrong, Purdy. You're limiting yourself. You're asking for stuff that you can't have now. You're asking for stuff that's going to take you a while before you get it, and then you can be happy after you get it after a little while. You want to ask for what you can have now. You want to ask for what the love you can have now. You want to ask for the joy you can have now. Future means not yet.
Yeah.
Past means gone.
Yeah.
Future means not yet. I want that love in the not yet.
Yeah.
I want that wonderful job in the not yet.
Yeah.
I want that relationship in the future. Not yet. So every time you say you want it now, I want the love now, I want the peace now, I want the connection now, I want to know myself now. Now. When do spiritual cats want it?
Now.
They go, meow. When do spiritual cats want it? Meow. See, that was some juice in it. Yeah, put the juice. Y'all can't leave out the juice. You gotta be alive down to your toes, not just up here. That's what you got a body for. Your body is your communication device. It's the way that you know what's going on in this plane. You love that body. You appreciate that body. You listen to that body. That body is trying to communicate some things to you.
Yeah.
You ask for something, see how your body feels about it.
Yeah.
Do I feel heavier? Do I feel lighter? Do I feel inspired? Do I feel afraid? My body's getting me in touch with what I believe about it. But you're out of touch with your body because you feel guilty about your body. You're afraid of your body, then you miss so much guidance that's trying to get to you because you're scared of your body. Some people are terrified of the body. You mention the body or anything about the body or doing anything with the body, it's like freaking out. And then you talk to them and the first thing they be saying is, I want a body. You're asking for what you're terrified of. So when it approaches you, you're freaking. You know, so your body is neutral. Your body is sinless. Your body is guiltless. Your body hasn't made one decision about anywhere you've gone today. If you didn't get up this morning and your body said, I think I'll go to Roger's class. And then you said, I don't want to go. And then your body said, well, you're going anyway. And it brought you over here. And then you sitting up there, let me out, let me out, let me out. And your body said, no, I'm going to eat the truth. Shut up. Your body is saying, you my bitch. You ever said your body made you do it?
Right.
I didn't want to do it, but my body is. That's not the way it works. The thought comes before. The desire comes first. All right. So that tiny instant that you would keep and make eternal, the tiny instant when you thought you were afraid, passed away in heaven, which is reality, too soon for anything to notice it had come. What disappeared too quickly to affect the simple knowledge of a child of God can hardly still be there for you to choose to be your teacher. In other words, it was only in the past, an ancient past, too short to make a world in answer to creation, did this world appear to rise in an ancient past. So long ago, for such a tiny interval of time, that not one note in love's song was missed. Yet in each unforgiving act, each unforgiving thought, in every judgment, in every belief that you're sinful, is that ancient instant of fear still called back as if it could be made again in time. In other words, you're keeping an ancient memory before your eyes, and you who live in memories alone, you're unaware of where you are. If all I'm doing is looking at the past, focusing on the past, thinking about what happened to me in the past, having grievances against myself or somebody else because of what I'm remembering from the past, the Course is saying that what you are doing is reliving a time that doesn't exist anymore and then giving yourself the feelings as if it was still happening.
Exactly.
You know, I walked in on my boyfriend, he was somebody else, and I just hurt me to my heart, and I just can't forgive him. And I'm thinking about that all day long, and I'm thinking about that every time I see a man, he reminds me of him. And so I'm really free of my boyfriend, he's gone. I'm really standing up here in the class. So really it's not even happening anymore, but I'm reliving it over and over and over in my mind with each unforgiving thought that I have about it. So everything that I have grievances about, I'm reliving in my mind over and over again, and therefore reliving that negative, fearful feeling over and over again. And so I'm feeling bad about something that really isn't happening anymore. So I'm really just reliving something that's already gone, and it's keeping me from realizing that right now I'm free of that whole situation. Right now. So then while I'm focusing on what Sally Sue May did, oh my God, I can't believe it was my best friend too. So I just can't get it off my mind. I keep trying to have other relationships, but I just can't. Then you got people around you. I'd like to be with you. I like to go out too. I like to go out to movie. Would you like to go out to movie? I can't see you. I'm just seeing Sally Sue May and what she did to me. And then I'm going to turn around and take what I think she did to me, and I'm going to project it on you and go, you might do the same thing Sally Sue May did to me, Tom. So I'm really looking at you in terms of what Sally Sue May did. So you actually, you said the kind of sentence that Sally Sue May used to say. You came late for dinner. Sally Sue May used to come home late for dinner. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even seeing you. I'm just seeing Sally Sue May. So I'm really in relationship with a person that's not even there.
Exactly.
So most people are going out with people who aren't even there. I have to remind myself whenever I'm with anybody that they're not the person from the past.
That's right.
This is not the person from the past. I know they may be saying some of the same things. They might be even seeming like they're acting some of the same ways. But this is not, she is not her. You have to get conscious about it. You have to, like he's saying here, it's already gone. The relationship is already gone. So you're really not even dealing with the challenge you were dealing with. You just keep reliving it in your mind because you haven't forgiven it yet. So every time you don't forgive something, it loops back around again like Groundhog Day. So we're just reliving ancient experiences that we haven't forgiven in our mind over and over again, making ourselves feel unhappy about it, and missing all the love that's all around us to say, come on, come on, come on, come on. But you can't see it because you're too busy looking at what happened to you last year. Yes.
So, if it's in the past, I can let it go and celebrate that I'm free?
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say. And here's and I can stand up here and make the most awesome claim.
Yes.
You will succeed. You're guaranteed to succeed in letting go. You're guaranteed to succeed at letting go of what is already gone. It's already gone. So how can you not succeed in letting it go? So you know you're going to actually be successful in what I'm saying to you today. I'm asking you all to let go of the 5th grade. Will you succeed? Yes. The 5th grade's already gone. I'm asking you to let go of that old relationship. Will you succeed? Yes. They are, not only are they gone, they married to somebody else and got 9 children. And they didn't even want to talk about getting married to you. They had commitment phobia. Well, where is he at? Well, he just got married 2 weeks ago. What? He wouldn't make a commitment to me? Thank God he didn't make a commitment to you. Because the person who would want to make a commitment to you would be someone you would want to make a commitment to, and y'all both want to make that commitment, and y'all really enjoy the commitment, and you keep the commitment because you wanted to make the commitment.
That's right.
There's not anybody who can't keep a commitment that they want to make.
Yes.
People have a hard time keeping commitments to what they don't want to commit to.
Right.
And then if you're really smart, every now and then as you evolve and grow, you'll come back together and say, do we need to renegotiate our commitment? Let's talk about where we are today, as opposed to what we were when we made the commitment a year ago.
Right.
Let's see if we can make let's re-up
last week.
Yeah.
Let's see if we want to go a little bit further here.
Yeah.
You know, and then the right person is going to say, yes, let's do it. And if it's somebody you've learned as much as you can from them at this time, then they might go, please let me go. Okay, so if that's happens, if you really love me, you really let me go, please, please. So if they're saying that, you might not want to try to get them to make a commitment. But your ego will want them more than ever. Your ego will go, oh, this is the person that needs to validate me in order to feel good. Everybody else might be loving me, but until you say I'm okay, I don't really feel like I am. So I just can't let you go because I need you to validate me because you're so special and what you think about me matters more than all the people who love me. So I gotta get you to say I'm okay. And then that's the person that the universe will probably make sure you're never with. Because that would further convince you that your happiness depended on something or somebody outside yourself. And the universe doesn't want you to believe a lie. Like your happiness and well-being and value rest in another person. So the minute you go, unless they tell me I'm loved, I don't feel love, you pretty much guaranteeing you're going to hear from that person. Because that would further take you into incorrect perception, thinking that somebody else determined your value. The universe isn't going to help you lie to yourself. So you have a person that would love you more faster if you were so centered in your love for yourself that you're going to be okay anyway. I'd love for us to be together. That'd be great if we could accomplish this together. But if you not in my life, I'm still going to have a good time. I'm still going to let myself be loved. And so when people kind of feel like you got options with them, they tend to treat you better anyway. If they think it's a possibility that if they don't treat you right, you're going to be snapped up by somebody else, you'll find you'll get treated pretty good. But they feel like you die without them. I get around you when I feel like it, baby. I got you good. You know. You get ready to go out. Well, I want you to have a wonderful time. I'm going to have a wonderful time too. They'll be like, I don't think I'm going out.
I'm going to cancel that
stick around here. So you never lose by realizing that everything that's already gone, that you're making yourself feel unhappy about, is only being relived because you're reliving it in your mind, which gives you those feelings over again of pain, which keeps you unaware of the people that are trying to connect with you right now, even though you've been freed. And the universe is trying to love you every kind of way possible. Would you acknowledge yourself for hearing this much, God? God beams! God beams! Now there's going to be a quick word from our sponsor, me. All right. I want you to know that I put all my classes, I video them and put them on my website, earlpurdy.com, and also on YouTube. If you Google my name, it's going to come up. I put all the workbook lessons also. I recorded all 365 of them on video. Type in Purdy, lesson 20, for instance, and I'll pop up. Also, so to speak.
I've heard that before.
Purdy, P-U-R-D-Y. Okay. Also, I'm available for personal one-on-one sessions called clarity sessions. I got sheets up here that explain them, and you can also go to my website that explains in detail what I do. And I work with you with everything I've learned, including my knowledge of astrology and numerology. And of course, everything. So want to invite you to do that also. I'm also gonna, for men, I'm gonna have a class called The Way of the Superior Man that I'm gonna be sending out notices about to let you know about. That's for men. And it's gonna be a very powerful class. I got some cool stuff that we're gonna be learning about the masculine and the feminine and how that operate and how it operates with consciousness. So the book is called The Way of the Superior Man by David Dida. You might buy it or get it from Amazon. The Way of the Superior Man. And on Tuesday nights, I'm doing a class called The Way of Mastery. It's 7 o'clock. So I'm putting it out. I'm putting out everything I want to receive. I'm doing everything that will allow me to wake up and be helpful to those who want to wake up. If you're ready to have that peace and joy and stop reliving that old past thing that you know is gone, I'm here for you. And we're here for each other. So I'm going to do a quick little 2-minute review, and then you'll get a chance to go out into the lab. It's out there working. Oh yeah, money. Thank you.
You're so funny.
Thank you for sharing financial expression of appreciation. I'm a full-time teacher. This is all I do is teach. So I really appreciate your paper strips, metal, disc, and plastic. And those of you on the internet, you can go to my website and you can also share. And I appreciate that. EarlPurdy.com. I've been getting, it's really been cool. But people have really been watching my classes. It's really been very fulfilling to know that it means so much to so many people out there. It's like had like a 3,000 people growth in the last month. And it feels good to know I was chosen to be born at a time that you can reach the world with what you do.
Yeah.
We take that for granted,
Yeah.
but that's amazing. And so you're amazing, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you. So we're gonna end on this. Above all else, I want to see things differently. Y'all got that? Above all else, I want to see things differently. Thank you. Say what? Above all else, I want to see things differently. Say it loud. Above all else, I want to see things differently. Now think of a person that you know you need to see differently in God. Above all else, I want to see them differently. Do you know who I'm talking about? Oh yeah. Above all else, I want to see them differently. Woo! Now do it for you, by me. Above all else, I want to see me differently. Do you? Yes. Certain about that? Yes. Above all else, I want to see me differently. Now God, the higher power, above all else, I want to see God differently. What about love? I really need to see that differently. Above all else, I want to see love differently. What? Differently. I am so wonderful. I am so wonderful. I am so strong. I am so strong. I am so conscious. I am so conscious. And this is the last thing we're going to say. But today we're going to go, the past is over. It can touch me not. The past is over. It can touch me not. What? The past is over. It can tell somebody the past is over. It can touch you not. The past is over. It can touch you not. Say what? The past is over. It can touch you not. Say what? The past is over. It can touch you not. Say what? The past is over. It can touch you not. My past is over. It can touch me not. Yeah. Thank you guys. Hugs are available. I love you. And you're not alone. Think about us all week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yay.
Thank you, baby. I gotta figure out how to turn that off. Turn that off. Ha!